Vision is one of our five senses. It allows us to perceive the environment that we are in, whether that is recognizing an old friend, to realizing a dangerous situation, to seeing the next meal in front of us. There are many diseases that impair our vision, and one of the most common is a disease called dry eye disease. Recently, the University of Wollongong had a breakthrough in dry eye disease, where a team discovered the molecular makeup of the eye's tear film. This breakthrough is leading to more effective treatments of dry eye disease. The surface of the eye is covered in an oily film that slows the evaporation process of the underlying water, preventing the eye from drying out. The composition of this oil layer is a complex mixture of individual waxes and oils known as lipids. The goal of this research was to determine the precise composition of these lipids in order to understand how the tear film lipid layer works to prevent the evaporation, while still providing a smooth surface to enable clear vision. I will explain this breakthrough in detail soon, but for now, we must understand the anatomy of the human eye. The human eye is a complex organ of sight. It begins with a light wave that passes through the cornea. The cornea is the outermost lens, acting as a passageway and a protection layer. This focuses the light onto a single point in the retina, which allows for the eye's unique adaptability. It changes its curvature to adapt to near and far objects. A person's pupil is smaller in bright light and bigger in low light. The iris controls the amount of light entering the human eye. The light beams through the transparent humor and is detected by the retina, which then converts the light into neural signals. Those signals are then sent to the brain for visual recognition. Other parts of the eye include the sclera to keep its structure, and tear glands which secrete the protective film layer. Usually, tears bathe the eye surface to keep the eye moist and wash away any dust, debris, and microorganisms that could damage the cornea and lead to an eye infection. Dry eye syndrome, also called dry eye disease, is one of the most common conditions worldwide and is a primary reason for visits to the eye doctor. In a review published by the Journal of Global Health, researchers reported the studies have shown the prevalence of dry eyes to range from 5% to as high as 50% of the global population across the world. This large variation may be due to differences in diagnostic criteria and also specific differences in the populations that they studied. Symptoms of dry eye disease include itchy, red eyes, and blurred vision. It can range from subtle but constant eye irritation to significant inflammation and even scarring across the front of the eye. There are many causes of dry eyes. More or less, it is when there is a lack of an adequate and consistent layer of tears on the surface of the eye, which is essential to keeping the eye healthy, comfortable, and seeing well. Computer use and other types of excessive amounts of time indoors are common causes. When working on a computer, smartphone, or other portable digital device, we tend to blink our eyes less frequently and less fully, which leads to greater tear evaporation and risk of dry eye syndrome. Air conditioning, ceiling fans, and forced heating systems can also increase the tear evaporation and lead to dry eyes. Other causes include contact lens wear, aging, menopause, frequent flying, and smoking. At the moment, some treatments do exist, such as prescribing medication or eye drops to reduce inflammation, eye inserts that work like artificial tears, or having the medical procedure to close tear ducts or unblock oil glands. The University of Wollongong's breakthrough discovered a class of lipids called OAHFAs. The lipids were in a mixture and found to be essential for the smooth spreading of the tear film. The researchers used advanced mass spectrometry to determine the structure of an ultra-thin, ultra-long fat chain fatty acid that is key to keeping the tear film lipid layer optically clear. The finding may be used to improve drop formulations. The researchers were looking at the tear film that covers and protects the surface of the eye instead of the teardrops. The study was aiming to explain the exact molecular structure of the most abundant OHA-FAs presented in the tear film. The researchers were then able to synthesize the lipid molecules. This confirmed their mass spectrometry findings and has opened new areas for further research. The further research is planned to be conducted to uncover exactly how the compounds can stabilize in the tear film. Unlocking this biological secret will provide a pathway to much more effective treatments of dry eye disease. In summary, the eye drops that are being tested could change the landscape of the future of dry eye disease, and I wish them all the best with their future research and any findings they make. Thank you so much for listening.